Happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, man. We here on a Thursday night, man. Whole lot of sports going on. Monday night football, NBA. But I can't watch none of those tonight because there's world titles on the line. Yes, indeed. Here we go. The first fight on this card, ESPN putting on Robson Conceicao, Brazilian, gold medalist in the 2016 Olympics. I covered his fights in that 2016 Olympics in his home country. You could check it out on my playlist of my 2016 Olympic fights. Robson Conceicao, man, he's getting his third title shot. You heard me right. Third attempt at a world title when he faces the three different weight class champion, three division champion, Emmanuel Navarrete. Okay, so this is a damn good fight, man, from beginning to the end, man. This was one of the best fights of the year, in my opinion. You know, the man Navarrete was getting outboxed by the man Conceicao. Conceicao is a tricky fighter in there, you know, and he was using his jab. He's going down low to his gut with the stabbing jab. You know what I'm saying? And he was putting on some straight right hands. He was giving the man Emmanuel Navarrete a lot of work, and he was blocking a lot of Navarrete's punches. But Navarrete wasn't so active in the first few rounds, and when he was missing because the guy Conceicao, man, he's a tricky, slippery fighter. You know what I mean? He was slipping a lot of punches that the man Navarrete was throwing. But then in the fourth round, he got caught. Yeah, Conceicao got caught. He got caught with a kind of short left hand on the inside. These guys were throwing punches and bunches in that fourth round. Navarrete is a guy who's awkward to say the least. He's a guy who throws lead left uppercuts, lead left hooks, almost like on some Roy Jones shit, but definitely not on the same caliber. But remember, Roy Jones was a guy who would lead with leaping left hooks or could even lead with the left uppercut. So Conceicao got caught with a short left hand on the inside, then a barrage of punches. He goes down. 10-8 round. Round 5, the very next round, I had Conceicao winning the round right after he got dropped. He was tricky. He was making the man Navarrete miss a lot of punches, catching a lot of punches on the gloves, and he was counter punching real fast. You know what I mean? Awkward. And I think his game plan was also to be awkward like Navarrete. You know what I mean? Don't be a conventional, just straight up and down boxing style with this guy. If he's awkward, F it, man. We gonna be awkward too. You know what I mean? Hit the thumbs up when y'all come in this chat. Be Marsh Boxing, covering boxing on a Thursday night. Hit the thumbs up. So the fifth round, I gave it to the man uh, Robson. Round 6. Round 6, I gave it to Navarrete. You know what I mean? Navarrete started now going to the body. And he had already, the man, what's his name's right eye was already swelling. Robson, what's up, Mike 104? Was good, my G. Salute. So, the man, how Robson Conceicao right eye was swelling, you know what I mean? Navarrete was just going to work on him now. And the sixth round, you could see now Robson Conceicao now, I'm not going to say on spaghetti legs, but he was more tired, you know what I mean? He wasn't keeping his balance right, There was, I think even was it, yeah, even one of those rounds, it looked like, I believe the sixth round, it looked like he had got dropped again. Or maybe that was at the end of the fourth. But he looked like he got dropped again, like his glove touched the ground, you know what I mean? But his balance was kind of off. He was tired, you know what I'm saying? He was taking a lot of punches to the head, but in those rounds, in round 6, you know what I mean? Round 7, again, he gets dropped. Round 7, he gets dropped. Another 10-8 round for Navarrete. Navarrete's on the front foot, throwing punches and bunches. Uh, in the earlier rounds, Robson was more coming forward and standing his ground, you know what I mean? But now that he's getting tired, he's moving around a lot. His balance is a little off, and he got caught with the little right hand right uh, to the to the side of his body, you know what I mean? You remember how Roy Jones broke Virgil Hill's? He broke Virgil Hill's rib cage with that right hook right to the flak area, and that's how the man Emmanuel Navarrete drops Robson Conceicao. That's another 10-8 rounds. So that's two already. But then again, the very next round after Robson Conceicao gets dropped, I had him winning that round. You know what I mean? The man Robson Conceicao fought on straight up and down heart tonight. You know what I mean? And that's what made this fight amazing to me. Them fellas stood his ground, was now throwing punches and bunches and being awkward as well. Just just throwing the same kind of punches Navarrete throws. Not so much lead left uppercuts, but he was punching in between punches, making Navarrete miss. Throwing as soon as he misses, he's throwing his one left hand and then the right over the top. He was throwing a whole lot of punches in there, and I gave him round 8, round 9 and 10 and 11 well, rounds you would have thought that the man Robson Conceicao would have probably have gone down. Was getting hit with a whole lot of punches, whole lot of body shots. You could see the man was exhausted, but the man held his ground and he ain't go down. But he lost those rounds in my opinion. Um, I believe one, two, three, five, eight. I believe I gave him round 10, if I'm not mistaken. I gave him round 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Round 10, I gave it to Robson Conceicao. And then the 12th round, the final round. Robson Conceicao fighting on straight up and down, nothing but heart. Them fellas is in the pocket, bobbing and weaving, slipping punches, throwing this 1-2, making Navarrete miss, getting caught with some punches, but firing back, throwing more punches, landing more punches. Now Navarrete is the more heavy-handed puncher, but Robson Conceicao punches, man, they were effective in my opinion too. You know what I mean? Because he's winning rounds, and this was a damn good fight, y'all. I had this fight 7 rounds to 5 in favor of Robson Conceicao, the Brazilian, 35 years old. This guy attempted to become a gold medalist 3 times, went to the Olympics 3 times. 2016, 2012 in London, and 2008 in China. He ain't get it up until 2016 in his home country, Brazil. He's attempted for a world title 3 times. This is his third time. His first attempt was against Shakur Stevenson. Then he fought the man, what's his name? Oscar Valdez, a fight that I thought he won. You know what I mean? I thought he won. And the man, Oscar Valdez, had steroids in his system. Yeah, I don't know how the hell that fight went along, how he didn't get stripped. But, they pick and choose who they like, right? Here he is in his third opportunity. To me, he wins this fight 7 rounds to 5. But, it's a big but, y'all. The 2 knockdowns is the difference, man. The 2 knockdowns is what held him back. And unfortunately, I had to call this fight a draw. And the judges, too, tonight, it's crazy, but the judges, they had it right. At least 2 of the 3 judges, you know what I mean? I had this fight 113 to 113. Yes, it would have been 115, 113 if the man Conceicao didn't get dropped twice. Those are 10-8 rounds, you know what I mean? So it's a 113, 113 affair, and this fight is a draw, you know what I mean? 7 rounds to 5, he won the fight, just like Tyson Fury, how he won that fight versus Deontay Wilder, the first fight, 7 rounds to 5 on the scoring card as far as winning rounds. But he did get dropped twice, you know what I mean? You know? And that's what made it 10-8 rounds. So same thing goes tonight, But Robson Conceicao, I got to give it up to him, man. This guy's a very good fighter, He may have never been a world champion. But that's one thing he can never say, that Bob Arum ain't give him no opportunities to become a world champion. You know what I'm saying? This is twice. His last fight versus Valdez, I thought he won that fight at worst a draw. Tonight I thought this fight was a draw, and it was a damn good fight and one of the best fights for 2023 in my opinion. You know what I mean? But before I sign out, man, let me let y'all before I sign out. That fella's Floyd Mayweather. His fight is funny to me that Showtime's PBC is out of boxing, but not necessarily PBC, but at least Showtime is no longer broadcasting boxing, so the PBC have to find a new home or new network to broadcast their fights. It's funny to me that ever since that's been announced, here I am watching this card with just finished watching, obviously, Robson Conceicao versus Navarrete. I'm ready for the main event. Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De La Santo. But it's funny to me that the man Floyd Mayweather is here now. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather, the guy who's a PBC guy, the guy who says basically PBC belongs to me and Al Heyman. All of a sudden, PBC ain't got a home as far as no broadcast network. Here he is on this top-ranked ESPN Bob Arum card. Not fighting, obviously, of course. But, he's there to support Shakur Stevenson, you know what I mean? He was in the locker room with him and Andre Ward and Bud Crawford, you know what I mean? You know, all great pound-for-pound fighters, number one pound-for-pound fighters. They all came to show support for Shakur Stevenson. But it's crazy, I ain't never really seen Floyd in no top ranked Bob Arum ESPN card. You know what I mean? Just something to point out. B March Boxer. Let me know how y'all thought about this fight. What y'all thought about it? How did you guys score this fight? Do you think the judges had it right? Did you enjoy it like I did? Please let me know. Leave your thoughts and comments. B March Boxing. Hit the thumbs up if you like the content. And if you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Gone.